It's a wonderful sunny Sunday morning at the campsite, Camp for You in Wrocław, and I've got this vehicle to show you, Town and Country Dodge Sportsman from 1980, and let's now have a look at it. So this vehicle was actually saved. It was been in Poland since 1991. It originally was a petrol engine, so that the engine's been converted to diesel. So it wouldn't have been a case of how many miles to the gallon, it would have been a case of how many gallons to the mile. And let's have a look inside. Now, being 40 years old, what it's got is absolutely really, well, tremendous quality. To say the for its age, it's looking really good. Let's go, as always, initially to the back. On the left, down there, there's a bed. You may think, well, that's a bit of a wasted space, a bit unusual. This is largely original. There's one or two little things which have been changed, but we'll come to that. This bathroom is outstanding. Look how large it is. The roof up there. You can see me here, right? Look, and put my arms going up there. So, it's a huge amount. And in here, we've got, really, it's like a bath. A bath, not a bathroom, a bath. And this super amount of space. Look how deep it is. I'll stick my leg in. There you go. See, it's almost, well, not quite up to my, it's up to my calf anyway. So you could lie in the water there, if you could find enough water to lie in, of course. Now, and there's the toilet, Jensen. It's obviously from the United States, so it is using the an American system with the septic tank rather than the cassettes that we usually tend to use in Europe. Of course, bigger vans in here in Europe also have septic tanks as well. Now here, so there's the fridge, which appears to be three-way. I forgot to ask about that. And there was originally up here, there was cabinets up to the very top, but the new owners removed them. So the previous owner, who was probably the importer in 1991, he got himself a new van. This was just lying on his drive for 5 years, and it was in an awful state, but it's been completely done up. Now, for those that want a oven, there you go, and the kitchen with 2 sinks, domestic plugs, mixer tap, really good. Now, looking at here, first thing I thought when I came in, I thought, oh, it's got a slide out. So they've got this pattern of doing things which are slide out. Now here we do have part of the problem, which would be for me, and that it's very wide. So to my eye, this is about what, 2 meters 45, maybe it is wide, and certainly driving down the road, that for me would be a bit of a problem. But on the you know, when you're on a campsite like this and you've got this huge amount of space here, it's you know, really quite outstanding. Now we've got the bed obviously over the cab, and let's come down to the front. So that to me is a very US looking cabin, and chairs obviously don't turn around. The gear stick would get in your way a bit. I mean, that was later. I wouldn't have thought of putting the gear sticks elsewhere. But you know, for those into nostalgia or something like that, this is really good. Now there's your wardrobe, original. It sort of reminds me of the film The Shining. So you sort of we're at the beginning of the, although I know in the film The Shining it's a car you see driving through the mountains in Colorado, but this is the sort of thing I can imagine doing, driving through a vehicle like this through Colorado. Now another thing I want to point out is the height of the ceiling. It's, to my mind, well, I'm 175, my hand's outstretched completely, doesn't so 190. So the height of the ceiling is about what, 195, something along those lines. So it's huge huge amounts of space. I think the floor is not the original, because this lino type surface, I think this was from Poland, but lots of original fittings in the van. Now I mentioned the engine, so the engine is now it's got a Mercedes, an old Mercedes, like I used to have a Mercedes 190D. So it's an I think it's a 2.5 litre diesel engine. So that'll burn much less fuel. And all right, let's have a walk around. So there we have a outdoor fridge. So the storage here, for example, obviously it's not going to be a great deal because it was under that bed which was there. So and there's the bike rack, which I don't know if that's original or it isn't original. Dzień dobry. So right, so what I'll do is I'll show you around a bit, one or two of the other things we've got here on the campsite today. Look, it's fantastic. This is what I think camping should be all about. And oh, there's an original pop top. Don't see so many of them. I do see in the trade fairs. I don't see them when I'm on the road. Oh, a Land Rover or equivalent down there. But to me, there's one or two other really old vans here as well, so which I'll now point out. And there's tak. Tak? Do. and it's nice for people to be friendly. And yeah, so we've got this one here I wanted to point out as well. So it's got a yellow number plate, which in Poland shows it's I think it's before 1975. That's a classic van. Oh, there's an Asa trailer, but there's one or two. I mean, this Westfalia, now this is a Volkswagen T3, and so that goes back to what they were made in the mid 83 to 89, and oh, that's going to be really hot inside. So I've got my full sympathy. Oops, oh, kicked the dog. Not mine. Mine wouldn't have done that. And you can see some of the other vans which are here today. Great. So I'll come back into the Dodge around here, and right, so we're friends here, so talking about going to Russia, Siberia that is to say, in the van. And you can see this one on the YouTube site, Camper USA, and there you go, although the site will be in Polish. There we go. So this is a good place to finish off with a really nice view of the van, the place I started off from. And so thanks for watching. Lots of other videos on this site, and all the best from Camp for You near Wrocław in Poland.